with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, bang, bang.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhamenami, sungangishilila.
Bang, 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 bang.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhamenami, sungangishililana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhamenami, sungangishililana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhamenami, sungangishililana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhamenami, sungangishililana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhamenami, sungangishililana. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, sungangishililana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhamenami, sungangishililana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilonolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilonolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilonolose, Jerusalem, ikayalami. Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilonolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilonolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilonolose, Jerusalem, ikayalami. Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilonolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilonolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilonolose,
The Ground Report with Mickie, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, bang, bang.
Jerusalem, ikayalami. Ilonolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondolose, Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondolose, Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondolose, uhamenami, sungangishilana. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondolose, Jerusalem, ikayalami,
OTHING to fear Foreign Affairs Minister seeks to reassure public amid U.S. military buildup and worsening tensions with Venezuela. Page 5 Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Sean Sobers speaks at yesterday's post-cabinet media conference at the Diplomatic Center, St. Anne's. Photo by Roger Jacob. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar exchanges salutes with a soldier at the Plipdico warehouse in Point Lises yesterday, where workers were loading containers with relief supplies for Jamaica in the wake of the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Udicott Chair Calder Hart wins HDC Co case. As U.S. And CARICOM Affairs Minister Sean Sobers is assuring citizens that there was nothing to fear from the recent visit of the United States Navy destroyer USS Gravely to TNT. Speaking during a telephone call following yesterday's post-cabinet media conference at the Diplomatic Center, St. Anne's, Sobers dismissed ongoing speculation that the vessel's presence signaled any form of military involvement or secret agreement with the Page 5. FEN's meeting with Venezuelan ambassador. NG with Venezuela's ambassador to TNT, Alvaro Enrique Sanchez. Session leader Penelope Beckles has defended her recent meeting with Venezuela's ambassador to TNT, Alvaro Enrique Sanchez Cordero, saying the engagement was conducted transparently and with the full knowledge of the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs. The meeting, which took place shortly after Venezuela suspended gas deals with TNT, drew sharp criticism from the United National Congress, UNC. NCHES another attack on Persad-Bissessar. File, United Socialist Party of Venezuela Executive Secretary Diosdado Cabello speaks during a media conference recently. To date against Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, Venezuela's Justice Minister Diosdado Cabello has accused her of aligning herself with the United States' belligerent plans against Venezuela. Cabello, a key ally of President Nicolás Maduro, made the comments on Wednesday night during his weekly television program Con El Mazo Dando. He also claimed that Persad-Bissessar, who has now been banned from entering Venezuela, is causing damage to TNT. What's happening in TNT is pathetic, Cabello said. The Prime Minister of TNT lives in a state of drunken effervescence every day and doesn't realize the damage she is doing to the people. Cabello alleged that Persad-Bissessar's misguided actions have enabled Guyana's government and U.S. energy company ExxonMobil to advance the goal of monopolizing the regional gas industry and sidelining TNT. I said it here on September 17th. What was behind that is the gas war, he said. Why are they putting Trinidad in front of Venezuela? Because Guyana and ExxonMobil want to keep the gas business and get Trinidad and Tobago out. His remarks came days after President Maduro announced that Venezuela was suspending all gas deals with TNT, accusing Port of Spain of collaborating with Washington to destabilize Caracas and oust the current regime. Cabello further alleged that U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is pressuring TNT to cede territory for the purpose of staging an attack on Venezuela, a claim for which he provided no evidence. He also accused Persad-Bissessar of falling into a trap and lending herself to what he described as a false flag operation intended to justify potential U.S. military aggression against the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. For her part, Persad-Bissessar has continually denied the claims made by the Maduro regime and says her government maintains its cordial relationship with the Venezuelan government. Venezuelan minister launches another attack on Persad-Bissessar.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. It's approximately 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report and viewing the Ground Report. Yours truly, the Pitbull of radio in studio. The lines are open. What's on your front burner this morning, Trinidad and Tobago? What's supposed to make news that's not making news? All of you that like to call, when others are calling and you don't get through, you have the opportunity now. Our murder count is about 310. A quote, wisdom, faith, and foresight in testing times. Well, internationally, Trump took cut tariff on China after meeting with Ping in South Korea. I like how Kamala Pasalbi says salute like a big general, army general, the commanding chief. What? Boy, that's selling people mad, you know. Boy, this media real spreading thing. Imagine my daughter asking me, what anti-cam, no, not what, I would say, anti-cams causing a war. I said, where you in that? Anti-cams causing a war, anti-cams getting we in trouble. Don't the children saying anti-cams getting we in trouble, anti-cams getting out causing a war, yes? Boy, this media here really easy, you know. Morning, caller.
Morning, Andy. Freeport here.
Hey, Freeport. Morning to you.
Andy, why is everybody washing them out of Trinidad, boy?
Trinidad own people washing them out in Trinidad. Imagine that.
Yes. You know, for years, since I was a little boy, Venezuela advantaging Trinidad, and nobody lift a finger for Trinidad. I know fishermen used to go out there. Them, nor the boat, nor the engine never returned. And nobody said nothing. No, just because Miss Kamala Passad Bisesa looking for some help after Venezuela threatened to come in here and do what they want. Everybody vexed. Everybody, the whole of CARICOM, even Jamaica and all had a problem. And you see, the first person sent aid to them is Trinidad. Why these people? Is because she's an Indian that happening by. We see one or two people from Point want to protest, I think tomorrow or something. All the time, Rowley doing what he wants to everybody in Trinidad, and nobody open them up. Just because we Indian government putting things in place to assist everybody, they don't like that. I don't know what to do again, boy. And here went on yesterday I went where they assembling the prosthetic leg. And the same kind of people who was by the Red House when Mr. Modi was there is the same kind of people I've seen there, Indian and African. So this country, it has one or two people in this country, all they promoting is race. I don't know when this would stop.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Good morning, next caller.
Morning, Andy.
Morning.
Morning, Andy. Morning. How you doing? How you doing?
Hi there. You hold on. Let me tell this caller on the landline. You just hold. Let this lady, this lovely lady here, come with her contribution. Go ahead, What's up, Cole? Go ahead.
Yeah, Andy, Andy, I have some problem here yesterday. The boss come here, they were doing some work, right? I was talking fast. And they dig up all by me, they look up the water and thing by me, and me have no water and thing. They dig up the damage all the tires and thing in front of the road, and you know when they come by me and you see it, or in front and they fix. You know I'm talking to you, California.
Yeah, California. Right, so what's up come by here, they dig up by here, and what?
They dump up the tires and thing in front of the wall, they don't look up the water and thing, and then I have no water, boy, and they go on their way, boy. And I know so well, boy, and when I go and I don't when you get up, when I get up, you pay no water and thing, you send test every boy.
Oh, God.
You tell me what they're doing, and then we say they dump up and my tires and thing in front of and there's a pension, and you know that. I fix the place, you come and you see my place, you see it. Who will do that work for me again, and you just tell me they're doing that, boy. It's looking like contractor people, why should they doing it?
But what about the neighbor? The neighbor still walking the bush there and dotting up your wall?
No, God, Andy, thank God, Andy, if I didn't do what I have to, if I didn't do what I do, I'd have been real trouble, I'd have dead by now. Thank God I do what I have to do. And then I go.
So my input in raising that issue with all that mud and thing up that it worked.
Yes, I put everything in that way. I social your video, everything she put in a letter, and she sent a nice letter for them. Me and mine. I sent me $2 and I spent it, and I said done. So thank God for that, Andy. God bless you, $1 million. I said, don't forget you, Andy. Don't forget you, boy.
All right.
Don't forget you at all.
All right. So let me hear where is it. Yeah, people they say my voice. When I come out and I talk, it's thousands, hundreds of thousands. Just listen. But so that's the done the work. What's up? Finished? Do what I have to do.
No, they stop at the gate there, but they dig there and they look at the glossy line and they look it up or something. They made the hole there and they put it on back or nothing.
Right, so that means that they'll come back today to dig up.
Yeah.
To dig back up and fix back the line.
I don't know what they're doing. God and heaven knows I don't know what they're doing. But they're supposed to, they see that pipe was and they're supposed to fix it back.
Yeah, that'll fix it back one time and make sure you get water.
And they cover back everything already. They don't cover it up and everything. I mean, that's why I studying Andy, why they're doing this.
No, well, they cover it back up maybe to come back today to dig back up, to fix the line and to continue the digging.
Well,
or it could be somebody that come in there to do an illegal connection, bust the line, lock off and trying to get out it quick because some of we did not sanction whatever they're doing there.
But that water line, we pay for the water line, that pay for the water. We just today the water using 46 years now here.
All right, well, what you have to do is organize, call WASA and complain that a WASA thing come in there, they bust the line, they cover it back up without fixing it, and they leave the water lock off. Tell them you believe it's an illegal WASA contractor. You have to real dramatize it.
Okay, Andy, thank you very much, Andy. But and I want to ask you one thing again. Don't forget it yet.
No.
I
ain't gonna forget you. Where your sister going?
She want to meet you, Bunny. I tell you now. I want to talk on the line.
All right, we go talk on here. So the man will watch. The man will in no entrance to come out. So nobody can come and check it out. Nothing yet.
Not Andy again. Red trouble. He's going again worse, boy. That will be worried to come bad. All
right, I go check your sister and that man. I go check them.
Yeah, do that now. She was begging. She said she tired call you. Andy. She tired you answer and she. So yesterday she telling me, I'm begging you, Andy, boy. You know, usually boys, we are Lennox, but the boys, we are nobody else.
Oh, she said me and Lennox is the worst. Oh, God, don't let she say that now. Well, all right, but
call
WASA.
I say, that's not, I say, that's no, she, I say, you know, we are no boys, you are Lennox, to the boys.
Yeah. We just try we best.
Yes, so that's where all the boys where we and the other big set up and everything. I cook some nice food for you and you get some nice food. The value was the canteen. And after now, I'm feeling good. I'm not the content with the water, this and the next, stressing me out.
Oh,
yeah.
So there you
stress after stress.
Stress after stress.
I'm telling you, Andy, I'm getting sick of this world. Not easy. How did them know themselves the next one? You water.
You ever try to walk over because you see people who stressing you, you have to walk over on them, you know.
Oh, but Andy, me believe in that. Tell you the God and the truth. Me believe in over. I never do it, and me I want to go back in my hand. I depend on God. I depend on God, Andy. I depend on God. Me I want to do them kind of thing, Andy, but tell you the God and the truth. Me I in them nonsense.
Well, all right.
You know me, you see me place?
Yeah. You understand. Don't walk nowhere. Don't walk. That is a bad thing.
No. No, babe, I have a little implant thing and I just pray and I will depend on God. And God will give me my satisfaction, Andy. But I'll be 71 years. Sunday, and look at the condition. I have no sickness, so say I have sickness. You understand what I'm saying, Andy?
Yeah. So don't leave them. Don't walk nowhere. Pray to God for them to just leave you alone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I pray to God. Yeah, babe. Yeah.
Well, all right.
So,
I'll go on there. Let me take the next caller there on the line. They look the waiting.
Yeah, I'll call you after the program now, right?
All right.
Okay, thank you very much, Andy. God bless you again.
All right. Next caller. Morning. Caller. Morning. Go ahead, caller. Morning. Go, lad.
Andy, good morning. Orlando here. Andy, I listened to that briefing, the press briefing. And you know, those reporters really need to go back to school. I mean, you know what? I should have been there. I would have never answered the question. The question, and the people came to have a briefing about Jamaica, and all the question is Venezuela. I would have said, excuse me, the meeting about Jamaica and the assistance of the help you're going to give them and what you're going to do, and what is our plan and their plan. Every single question that you were asking about Venezuela, I would have shut them down. Immediately, I shut them down. The first man that question say, yeah, is this related to Jamaica? Okay, move on, next. I would have continued doing that. Tanisha, I mean, I so much should have done that, shut them down immediately, because everything is, when we have a Venezuela press briefing, we will talk about it. Right now it's about Jamaica and the assistance and the help for Jamaica. I want to shut them down. Can you hear me try to shut them down? But so much should I shut them down? I said, is this related to Jamaica? Or do you talk about Venezuela, shut them down? Move on. That could have done, and they were getting message. All of them reported regarding the journalists, they would have get message. I don't understand. You need to ask question on the topic that we are talking about. Okay, I'll be later. Bye.
All right. Sandy Jones and all of them laughing there. I tell you, what she will be there so. I just showed that, remember, I showed that to see if it is she hand dirty, if she believe in Obia. But at least all see the woman is a God-fearing person. Remember, you had to try like a lawyer now, so I showed that to see if she willing to walk over now, but she ain't willing to walk over. The woman hands clean, or she hands clean. She ain't believe in the Obia at all. So after when I realized she hands clean, she ain't gonna walk no Obia. Now I tell she pray to God till she alone. So let me say morning to my good friend out there, the one where they say God. Who they call her because she go call now and say, Andy, I pray this morning for you, Andy. No, how we gonna tell the woman walk over, Andy? Turn the chair around, Andy. 9 times, spin the chair, Andy, spin the chair. Don't go say that. Don't say that. God gonna protect you. God, spin the chair, Andy. Don't ever use them words, Obia. Obia is not God, Andy. Don't let me ever hear you saying that again, Andy. Andy, get up, walk outside and come back in. Walk outside and come back in, Andy. God ain't gonna like that. So, ma'am, I clear it, so you don't have to call in. For me to spend no chair 9, 10 times. I clear it up, madam. God.
Bang, 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 bang.
What the hell? None of them have a front burner this morning. And Williams, where you laughing? But you know me and like, you know God go call the lady, go call in from her way there. Yeah, she go call and say, what they say, Andy, don't ever let me hear you saying that. Don't ever use those words in your mouth, Andy. All you only say you laugh. Where's all your front burner this morning? Eh? What's all your front burner? Watch out, I'm looking for voice notes. I'm looking for front burners. Watch out. No, none. Alright, you know what? It are people that I was to touch base with that I didn't get to touch base with. Or who did call yesterday but did not get in. Oh boy. Eh. That lady in easy, you know. She go call in and say, Andy, where's that one? Where's that one? Ma'am, so you clear that, so you not call to tell me that at all. I clear it up. I let the woman know, when you see woman, she not know what be a thing there, so. I only throw that to see if she hands dirty now. But she rebuke it one time, ma'am. She rebuke it. So we had to turn around the chair this morning at all. I ain't had to walk outside back to front, yeah. God this time, walk outside. And you come back in backwards. Yeah, I like to shake off some jambi there, so. COP, I say let me hear what's your front burner this morning. The people only on bacchanal things. So I say let me hear what is COP front burner this morning. What says thou? What's on your mind? I hear that Venezuela is apologizing or seeking peace with Trinidad and Tobago. May you know how truth is that. But what's your front burner? How things down on your side there and point up here there? Morning to you, my brother.
Well, good morning. Well, good morning to you, Andy Williams, and good morning to all your viewers on the ground report. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, it's a little rainy down in Point up here by Andy Williams. But that is we're washing out all the PNM blight. But Venezuela have a right to apologize to TNT. What TNT say bad about Venezuela? Citizens of this country, what the Prime Minister said bad about Venezuela? The Prime Minister even mentioned Venezuela and Maduro since she won election. We have to ask the Fourth Estate and the PNM, Penelope Beckers and them, to stop creating spreading propaganda and putting a panic on the citizens of this country. If you're responsible, and if all claim to be a responsible political party, why make mischief like that? The only thing you're doing is fooling the vulnerable and having the senior citizens them panicking. That's the only thing that the PNM doing. The Prime Minister said to the citizens of this country, if the United States want to get rid of all the drug cartels and them, you can remember Keith Rowley, CARICOM leaders come together and to fight crime and classify the gang leaders and the crime and the drug traffickers them as narco terrorists and a criminal organization. He did call them an epidemic. Some name he called them. Terrorists. PNM. Rowley.
Yeah.
Keep a CARICOM meeting. And he classified the drug dealers them as terrorist organizations. Now the Prime Minister stand up against the terrorist organization and them and say, yes, we support the Americans to help us get rid of these terrorists. It offend the PNM. From 1956, in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, PNM was in office. From 1956. And drugs was allowed to come in this country, pass through this country, and go all over the world. Why you feel that organization escalates so much? Because the leaders them time in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, which was the PNM, them keep a blind eye towards it.
Let's go.
Now them is the only one. You see any one of them CARICOM leaders went and shake any Venezuelan hand? The only one do that in CARICOM is the PNM leader. Shake the Venezuelan hand. What message is given to the world? That we support Venezuela. That's so sad. That's so sad. The young university children and the young educators in this country. Why you feel you don't hear about the Hello Foundation again, the PNM Foundation? The get rid of them, PNM, and the young university and the young educators and them today can open their eyes and see, open their ears and hear Penelope Beckers and the PNM creating propaganda in this country, and yet still it won't stop. Professor, not even 8 months now, and Penelope Beckers can't even acknowledge that and say they have a constitutional responsibility to be over there. The people then vote us out and put in as Prime Minister of this country. Let us respect that. Not even that quality of ambition and respect they have for people's rights in this country. You don't know by spreading propaganda and fooling people is violating people's rights. Penelope Beckers, Marvin Gonzalez, you all are infringing on people's rights and lying. You know what is the penalty for lying in Trinidad and Tobago, especially our leaders? You know why our drugs become an issue so much in this country? It's because the leaders all over the Caribbean keep a blind eye to what was taking place. Kamla Persad-Bissessar is the only Prime Minister in the Western Hemisphere that stand up against wrongdoings. The only Prime Minister in the Western Hemisphere stand up against them wrongdoers and say it's time to stop it. Andy Williams and the citizens of this country, not one of those bombs take place in Trinidad and Tobago waters. Everything take place in international waters. But CARICOM saying we want a CARICOM a peace. What's going on in Caribbean waters? That's your one piece. How come you have one piece with a leader like Maduro that have
The person that went
citizens, murdering the citizens of them? Today, 35% of the opposition in prison or buried by Maduro vigilante groups. We see it in the news. We see it in all them the foreign news, and then we see it. And you all want peace. You want one peace with a leader that destroying a country of 33 million people. 10 million people flee the country. And who over there begging the Americans to stay over here? We want peace over here. We want Maduro out. Who the hell is UPNM to try to stop that? Infringing even on the Venezuelan rights. The Venezuelan and Trinidad over here begging the government not to deport them. They're willing to go back home. If the US can move Maduro, that is what they're saying here. Why are you all fighting down the Venezuelan? Who looking for peace? Who looking for harmony? Who looking for a comfortable life? They had all that in Venezuela. And for the 20 years Maduro over there, it become pain, pressure, and problem. They had those to flee the country all over the world.
45% of the prisoners in the United States of America, Donald Trump saying, is the Venezuelans and them gang leaders. And none of those CARICOM leaders recognize that. And even said, no, we must put a stop to that. When Kamala Prasad Bisasa stand up and say, yes, I will support that, because they're killing out our citizens in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, she even mentioned and tell you it's over 600 a year every time it's happening. Why you want that to continue happening? Why the hell you want that to continue happening, citizens of this country and PNM supporters? If you look at the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the children was expelled and suspended from school. It's all kind of 28,000 a year. Why you don't want a better country? Why you don't want better opportunity? Why you don't want a government that in office trying to practice the responsibility by representing the people and giving goods and service? That is the definition of representation, by working for the people, assisting the people, helping the vulnerable, motivating and inspiring the future of the country, not spreading propaganda and trying to cause conflict and derail a government that's working. They are telling you that 20,000 people have to be filled in government ministries. You PNM and Penelope Beckers keeping a blind eye for that. Applaud the government. You're supposed to applaud the government for recognizing people under pain and pressure and bringing that representation towards them. You create confusion, chaos, and bacchanal to go in office, to eat fancy food and drink fancy liquor and drive fancy vehicle. That is what all you want to go in office for. For over 70 years you all govern. And today the country in a mess. You're asking the government today, where will they get money to pay people? But you govern for the past 10 years. And you almost telling us how much billions are they making here and billions are they making over there. Where is the money? It's supposed to have, that is stupid question all they're asking. Because it's supposed to have money over there, all they leave the money. But all they know, all they leave nothing there, so all they can talk like that. The government say they have ways to create and to build revenues in this country. You have ways to create confusion and separation. PNM and Andy Williams, listeners of Trinidad and Tobago, have a good morning.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, like COP trying to take over this program. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Most a blessed morning to the Honorable Prime Minister who take the right stand to defend for the drugs and the trafficking and all sorts of things going on in this country. And the Irish have gone back, boy.
Yeah, yes, so.
So Venezuela had to apologize to we, because we never send no threat to Venezuela. We never said nothing bad about Venezuela. It's two bullies was there, you know. Venezuela is a bully. The United States is one of the biggest bully. So when they came to bully we.
And the opposition is a traitor bully too.
But them is snake, you know. I find anything going in this country, what they want to go on, them PNM plan them, they should bomb them by Balazi House. Start there first. Because them don't like this country. Them should end up in the air and supporting Venezuela. Demonstrators, we supposed to be protesting for them to go Venezuela. Have a ship, a boat, a pirogue, and send them Venezuela in a pirogue. Because you don't love your country. Must say good morning to Tunji. Tunji, you program tonight, so you go borrow some of your callers from Monday to Wednesday, from Monday to Tuesday to and Sunday.
So KFC.
7 o'clock. Oh.
So that one couldn't be quite fine. He talking long like he trying to take over the program in a kind of way. It's to pull some of the people.
Then you pull us away, not in the morning time, in the night time.
Oh, it's in the evening.
Because we spread it, because we doing the good work with the government doing it. Government is still at the fourth estate all day. Spread that set up propaganda and we can't lapse like 2010 to 2015.
So in the evening, country go spread the love in the evening.
Yeah, I was from 7 in the night to 10.
Yeah, but what about Lennox? Yeah, but what about Lennox Smith? Remember Lennox Smith is from 8.
Lennox Smith, with all them program good, so we need more programs, so we need that. And then you see Iowa George radio station, we need our radio station. Because Iowa George have paid for the last 9 years, spread a set of propaganda about the UNC, when the UNC was in opposition. It's we turn now. Iowa George on board. They break down the station, mash down the station, pass to go Sean Felix and them. They bring a set of nasty people. Iowa George was crying out when Marva come there. Iowa George wanted to sing a water song, you know. And Marva watch him so. So we need a program to take care on the work at the UNC. Because Iowa, we watching you know, boy. You're not bored. So you have a set of people still trying to be technical.
So he's still up here people. So I was still up here people by the radio station there?
Yeah, you have two young guys trying to be balanced, but they have a majority of the PNM callers and them calling and talking long as well as that propaganda. We're not on that. They're supposed to be playground because they were PNM playground for the last 9 years plus.
Oh,
you understand? So we need it. Because we can't drop guys and we got to keep public guys because we have to rule about 15 years straight. You know? So and the way long as we got extend any state of emergency today. But we gotta do what we gotta do, you know. So I love to listening. Bless.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. Boy, I don't believe I watching here. They how dread it really is, you know, boy. Bicycle riding robbers. Riding with a bicycle near Cashew Gardens. At Cashew Gardens in Shogunas. 3 bicycle riders bandits rob a supermarket at Cashew Gardens in Shogunas. On Wednesday, October the 29th. The cashier was slapped by one of the suspects. I gotta only see that. I gotta only see that after Felix. Morning, caller.
Yeah, morning, Andy. Felix here, boy.
Go ahead, Felix. Morning.
Morning. Yeah, what's going on? What about the researcher and the guru and them, boy? Them are wrong still?
Yeah.
But since after that victory, we ain't hear nothing from researcher. That the man who...
I will organize and communicate with them. You want to hear researcher?
Yeah, but we don't know because that man put very true message towards the nation and towards the world of what was going on with this government and how they are moving. We continue learning from this man. All right, Andy, all have a good weekend and thanks.
All right, Felix, no problem.
Yeah.
That the poor child here frightened. The poor child here frightened. Me don't play that, you know. When bandit come, wherever all they want, all they take, just leave me in peace. Don't beat me. Take away what you want, you have no reason to beat me. Alright, let me get all the inside of what I'm talking about. I see what the hell is this? And the little boy come to buy maybe a loaf of bread, a container of milk, and stick of butter. And for a long age, so the little boy had to see all that kind of banditry. You could see frightened when he stand up still first and all. When he realize what time it is, he get out it, you know. Hey, let me take this call before show you that video there. Morning. Morning, caller.
Morning.
Good morning to you, caller. Where you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report? What's your front burner? What's supposed to make news that not making news? Go ahead.
Hi, is this Andy?
Yes, there's Andy here. You're live on the ground report.
You're right. Morning to you and Mickie K and Lennox. What I want to say is, this is Gasborough. This is White Lion of Gasborough.
The White Lion of Gasborough?
Yes, sir.
Rah! What is a white lion too, boy?
Yeah. So here what happening now. I have 2 things on my front burner.
Yeah.
First is the issue with Venezuela and how we reach it. The second is the story of PNM. What I like to talk about first is Venezuela and how we reach here at this point. Yeah. Yes. So here what it is like. The history of Venezuela is Venezuela had an open market for the oil. And Chavez tried to overthrow the government, which he failed. He went and made a little jail. He came out back and he opened a political party. He won the election because it was a democratically free and fair election. he won. When he came into power now, he had oil flowing. And he's selling oil and started build Venezuela. But the mistake he made is he wanted to be president for life. That is the mistake he made. And what happened? The people, when he wanted to make a referendum so that he will be president for life, the people of Venezuela saw that it was the Chinese influence that make him make this decision. So what they did? There was about 2 million Chinese in Venezuela. We all know, anyway, going good, Chinese flooding it. Like, for instance, in Trinidad. The people saw that it is the influence of the Chinese that made him make this decision. And what they did? In the space of 2 months, 2 million Chinese that was in Venezuela have to leave because the people rebel against him. They didn't want no dictator in the country. So what happened after that? Maduro, Chavez, fortunately for them, he really died as president of Venezuela. He put Maduro, who had no education. Maduro was the driver. When Maduro came, he continued with his same policy of dictatorship. Dictatorship means no free and fair election. The U.S., who is the guardian of democracy, G-O-D, guardian of democracy, they saw that the people was being unfairly treated. And we all know U.S. stands for democracy. They help any country democratically. Look, Ukraine, we know what happened there. In Taiwan, we know what happened there. Dictator want to take over. So the U.S. help any country that is democratic. All they ask Venezuela hold free and fair election. Venezuelans do that. They didn't want observers. And even when the instances where they bring observers, the observers say that Chavez lost the election, but he didn't take on that because he become a dictator.
Understood. So what is the next one there? Quick, come on. The next one, it says 2 things you had to raise.
I could call on that the next time. Let me finish this one.
All right.
Yeah, America support the democracy. The true democracy, America always support that. For instance, Trinidad, we have that. We almost had a dictator, but we have that. Yeah. And when now the CARICOM failed Venezuela, the CARICOM failed thing, because they never wanted to highlight to them that the true democracy they should implement. So what they do, they're looking for free oil, so they allow Maduro to continue his stubbornness. Today we see over 8 million people leave Venezuela. 2 million go on Colombia. Brazil may have about less than 1 million. Trinidad have almost 500,000. Guyana has some. Where the rest gone? The rest gone America. The Venezuelan, if they could help it, all of them go America. But because of the fact America closed the border, they can't go. They try all how to walk up from Venezuela to walking up to America. So America closed the border. And what's happening now? America is not only closing the border, but they're stopping them from in the sea. When UNC win, everybody win, you know. The first thing that came into was that while UNC win, all the tax gone. And everybody win there. everybody who had to pay tax to win. The next thing, they want to think, look right now, Chavez, Maduro begging Trinidad, you know. They're begging Trinidad to make deal because they lost and when they close off the deal. The Caribbean need to tell Maduro keep free and fair election. That's all the problem, you know. If they do that, America left sanction. Any one of the Caribbean country could take America sanction. If Russia sanction...
Now 1 more minute to lock up, my brother.
All right, if America sanction any other country, it's trouble for them. If Russia sanction them, nothing. China sanction them, nothing. So the whole point is, we need America. America is our supporter. And Kamala had all right to support America. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. You see? Well, you see when the lay boy see the slab, so the lay boy they come to buy a loaf of bread, the container milk, stick of butter. The boy want to know what's going on. Man start the cash a boom slap. Yeah. Well, where we go see? I go see man, I get some guards there. Them men and them not playing these days, you know. Oh. Them men ain't playing. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, this Rodney person here, so I've been monitoring this person here comments, and this time I come across like a slimy on the low profile. Watch out. Whoa. Idiot. Those are the words of slimy. Here it is. Every time the words will sell him out. Nice. Bam. Nice. Bye-bye, slimy. We ain't playing that ass all the really head. All the words they sell all the out. I ain't holding no prisoners. I don't want no disturbance. Go find some other program for you to lock onto. Play plain talk, bad manners.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, and Bong, that late child must be traumatized. You see the boy that stand up now looking like he was biting, he gained, he late change. The bandit them organized and come in. The little boy gone in the corner, so you see, gone in the corner, so. He stand up there studying what to do. Yeah, he started studying what to do. But then when he see the woman get his slap, pow, slap. What? He jumped back in the corner, he squeezed himself in the corner more. As the next bandit walks, so the little young boy take off, he run out of there, yes?
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
I not on that. So long as you can bring some relevance to this program, the Ground Report, all your ban, all your gone. Because all your attitude and how all you operate, not building my program, it's bringing it down. So I don't need slimy or anything like slimy. Anybody bringing down this program have to go. If you're not adding nothing to it, again, I'm not saying that somebody cannot debate, somebody cannot be against the government. Come, debate. Come with your facts on what it is you're debating on. Say what you have to say. And go intelligent people like Anne Brown, Moonsami, all of them, Felix, all of them, Miss Roadbrook, all of them. We need to put a long time. I hope you're right. When you see that, and let me be real, we'll come on now and debate you all. And when they come in and debate you all, slimy and all your nasty set of people that I don't want on this program. When they come in and debate you all, they're not coming and debate you all with no disrespect. They're writing about mother and coolie and cussing nobody. That's how you and people operate. They debate with intelligence. They ain't bullying nobody. They ain't trying to intimidate nobody. They ain't getting personal with nobody. That's all they nasty pay them this do. When all they can't win a battle, all they get personal. So I am welcoming any PNM supporter or supporters of the opposition that want to come and show respect. I like Patricia Reed. Patricia Reed is a PNM. Mommy don't see she going after nobody personally, directly, cussing people and them kind of thing. And I just see sometimes she talking stupidness or writing stupidness. But I will leave Patricia Reed because Moonsami them go come in. They go say where they say. The boss man who I believe is a PNM. His voice notes says irritate me. Sometimes some of the things he's saying, I don't agree with him. But it's a democracy. I leave his voice notes to play. And I'm saying all this to show anybody that is a supporter of the PNM or the opposition that this program is a balanced program. I don't have a problem with nobody. No PNM person gonna make a contribution. But come with respect. Don't get personal people. Don't cuss people. Don't bully people. Don't intimidate people. When I hear voice note, part of me, my belly is hurting me. But the next part, I just laugh. I just be laughing. He just give me a laugh. And I keep allowing him, and I will allow him, because he don't be like Slimy and Arima and all them with the disrespect, and disrespecting and cussing and personal and not on the issues. I don't see UNC people coming and being directly attacking anybody. Personally. Response of the unknown, I go read your comments there just now there. Right, so the PNM that just on mischief or just on bringing down the Gun Report program, go. We don't need you all. Don't come. Remember, it's not all it is we saying it's not a good program. The program this, the program that. Well, hell nah. The program so bad. Why keep locking on to it? Why keep changing all the name to get in or to be a part of it? You ain't see all you can eat all your own vomit. And to the PNM people that, or the opposition supporters that genuine and just fight all the battles clear of that kind of nonsense with some and vulgarity and thing with some of them others on, and that kind of racial kind of coolie and all them kind of stupid talk. Right. I ain't gonna move, boss man. People just be thinking and writing. Cut him off. We don't want to hear boss man. I wouldn't do that. I don't like his comment. I leave him. Because he don't be disrespectful. He's saying things that that is when we can say the Gun Report is not a democratic program where everybody have a voice. If it is, I look to get rid of Bossman or get rid of Patricia Reed based on the same things that I don't like. But that is their opinion. I can't do that. I can get rid of them if it is to be disrespectful, bullyish, cussing, getting personal. I get rid of them. Simple. So come on, man, all your miserable ones were just on race and cussing people and bullying, and we don't need all in the program. Please, don't creep in. Don't change all the name to come in. Don't listen. Just leave us. And for those of you that genuine and come to get all the competition because I only believe, but only not to know bullying and cussing and all that kind of bacchanal thing, only free to come on the program and gives you all views. We now will just answer you all back intelligently and dispute whatever you all have to say if it's not truth with the evidence or with the facts that what you're talking is nonsense, and we will bring the evidence and the truth forward to you all. If we can't debate here, we just listen, we stay quiet. Fair is fair. Let me just lock off some more the two voice notes there before I say pleasant good morning to my co-host there. Let me just organize and lock off some voice notes there. I'm now seeing them there. I'm going to put them on the screen and thing by the time.
Sunday morning, Lennox and Mickie and everybody. And he tried to keep coming in sideways now, but you know him so good. Just cut him out. Cut him out. If he come in, you just cut him out. Slimy, smelling slimy. Anyway, those people who come in with the bicycle, not the thief, that is a trend from the Venezuelans. It's either bicycle or motorbike. They used to do it over there. I don't know if they're still doing it, right? And I want to say, tell that other one, called herself Spicy or Saucy, whatever she name. Spicy. A woman with her nose flare open so big, if she take out the bet, she swallow the whole of that. She always on TikTok. I say she want to go down to protest from the parliament. I want to tell her, you can protest all you want. You can protest all for drop off, or they stay in riding. So let me tell you straight. You with your sauce, he said, I don't know where the sauce come from. It was the cesspit sauce you're talking about, right?
Okay.
Stand up there and wait. And I hope you wait so for the tail down. Thank you, Andy. And Andy, I want to remind you listeners, at 1:30 today, our
At 1:30 today, what, my friend? 1:30 today, what? All I don't know about Slimy, whether he have his own, whatever, he not going to get no set of views. Nobody going to look on him. It's a waste of time. Waste of time. And I ain't going to promote whatever the hell he have on this program at all. I will promote heavy program. I will promote Ivan, Felix. You know, my boy in the morning, they 2 on TV. Stefan Rees, that programs that I will promote and people, I'll promote even down to Ian Allen because I'm a partner at the end of the day. Some people say, why you put on Ian video? And what? If tomorrow, if today, this evening I want to interview, me had a call, you know, me had a book that, you know, I pull up by Ian there, Crime Watch. Secretary was there. Tell Ian Andy Williams the Pitbull outside. I wait, they go on in, they come back out. They open the door one time, you know. So my silent come in, put me sit down there in the corner there, so. Sometimes they go send them to tell them, bring me in the studio there, but I'm not on the camera. And I ride in the studio and he thing in. And when he take a break, one Pitbull, what happen? Oh, we looking nice, so. Fixing my jacket and all kind of thing. Say, what boy? He's a dresser like me, boy. I say, yeah. I say, well, you know, you see boss, you know, you see sweet man. But behave yourself now, boy. Behave yourself now, boy. What happened? What want? I say, well, I want to promote something, you know. We're going on a match. All right. And it, like, what you pay them kill me, or what? I say, but you don't afraid no pay them, no partner? All right. How you going otherwise? So lady, don't get tired. Alright, look at himself no heavy and TC no longer have a show. And I've been moved off the air. I didn't know that. I know they tell me they went back on the air. Or they tell me they went back on the air. Or they tell me that the program I think was 4 to it was late first. 7 to 9 or late. Or 9 to 10 or some or 8 to 10. And then they say it moved back to earlier. 4 to 7 or whatever. It gone again? Oi.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh, for those of you who want to see the video quick again, and I don't care, you will see an Allen, so what? That man never refused me when I go to take any interview or promote anything on the Allen program, you know. All it matter. I do business. I'm a partner. Hey. I'm a partner. Although I doesn't like sometimes he just come across like he ain't like the UNC sometimes. Well, that back then, but he loved the UNC. You know, he getting interview with Kamala and all kind of bacchanal. Right, let me put on here on the. Well, I want to see the video there. Right, so let me explain all the video there before I play some voice notes there quick. That video there, that is a robbery of a supermarket. Why I play it is because how I see the child there, and to show you how them in business cheering and all now. That's why I do that there now. Right? So let me tell you which part this take place. They quick. Right. Let me read it a little more in it. Right. I'm going to pause. Right. 3 bike riding bandits rob a supermarket at Cashew Gardens in Chagonas on Wednesday, October the 29th. The cashier was slapped by one of the suspects. So let's go see when the cashier get the slap is when the little boy take off. He realized, hey, water more than flour here, boy. But he will be traumatized for a while. He will never forget that in his whole growing up life. He will never forget that situation. Like how I was a young fella and I never forget when they come and rob the gas station. And they go there and I was working in the gas station, but still going to school. I was about 14, 15. But the girl is sidewalk. And the forewoman they named Ruth, Miss Ruth. And the bandit come in. And they're asking me now. But they pay the mouth in a kind of way all here. Like so now they're saying. Because they want me to understand the language. I want thing with the bandits. When they talk, don't just act. So they just pay lips and he say, one remain outside, one remain inside by the gas station when I did get robbed. I tell you, it never come on my head as a little boy. He say, with the money. I say, but pow slap. I get a slap. They ain't gave me a chance to tell them, look the forewoman there, she had the money. But remember, after getting about thing, they put the lips together with the money. That, you know what I mean? Even if you can't hear, you must read the lips, you know. I said, I don't have the pow slap. I said, where the hell is this? And this woman who had the money there wouldn't say, well, look the money here. After a while, when I realized, well, the door where you talk now, just show them where the money is. So they asked me about the 5th time after taking about 5 slap. Lips together, real, the teaching you like a school, you know. Where the money? I just do so. And I point one time. When I point to the forewoman, because don't talk, just act. When I point at she, but I just see what licks, yes, pow slap, pow, blap, blap. Boy, while the beating she in there, I take off, yes. I say, well, now boy, they go kill she, they go kill me. Man, I bust that down, I run from the gas station straight home, boy. I studied if she dead after I studied about them, be kill she. All say, yeah, so the door thing, point. Just go walk, get the money. Don't talk. It's his licks. Alright, watch out the parade with this man here. With this woman. Them in business. Alright, watch out the parade with this woman here now. What's his schoolboy? Watch them people hiding inside there. Watch them, the 2 of them. They're hiding, they're coming out. Watch. Schoolboy inside pick up the groceries, nothing. He pick it up, look the bag there. But the schoolboy parents' bag right there. Lennox, let me say morning to you before I pay them voice notes, yes? You see the school boy lead his grocery bag, he himself pick it up. Because she was packing the boy bag one time, you know. Yes, she was packing the bag. For the boy, you understand, the bandit come right before. He leave the bag and he gone home. What you do? You leave the bag, everything Lennox Smith, you would go with your groceries, you don't pay for it.
No, boy, fear is a horrible thing. So fear makes you do things that you would normally not do. That's what happened there. If you hear a cow coming at you in an open field, you don't even need to know what it is. What you want to do is to jump over that fence, a fence that under normal circumstances you may not be able to do. It is called adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
A certain there is a gland just above the kidneys that secretes right into the blood more energy powered chemicals, and therefore that expands the muscles and make the muscles do what it normally would not be able to do. So that's what has happened there. It was apart from the trauma, adrenaline of course was there. He get more speed than normal.
You see the schoolboy lucky bag no packing watch. You seen it?
Yeah. He moved so fast that the bandit didn't even notice him.
Yeah. When he see the slap to her watch, he see that slap watch, he wait till it turn the back. Boy, it's nothing to laugh at, you know. But boy. But how you find the cash and handle it? She handle it the right way too?
Yeah. In the circumstance, I mean, you are in a state of trepidation with that overwhelming menace and of course, in her head, she would be thinking, well, so many instances and incidents in Trinidad where people end up dying, but she has decided to cooperate one time or leave them alone and let them have their way.
When the late boy see that slap.
Yeah, adrenaline took over, man.
You remind me, boy. When I see the woman, man, I bolt out that gas station, boy. Boy, may look back, you know. While I running, I say now, I listening to see if I hear him pow, pow, like bullets now. May hear, may think.
At that point in time, if that had happened, I can assure you, adrenaline would have taken over, and you would have been running faster than that bullet.
Boy. All right. We say morning, say to the people there.
That's one of the things that human beings, well, a sort of higher levels animals are endowed with to, of course, escape danger. One of the purpose of existence, really, a biological animal is to escape danger, and you move because you want to escape danger and to eat, to find food.
Boy, Lennox say morning, say let me play the people voice notes and things.
Yes, indeed, of course. A pleasant good morning to all in Central, East, West, South Central, or President Tobago, and wherever you are, streaming on the World Wide Web. But pleasant good day to you. Yes, of course, it's Friday. Yes, I will not be in the corridor transformation tonight. You rest assured, for purposes that Andy will explain later. That being as it may, on Fridays we try to, of course, deal with matters that we would not normally have an opportunity so to do during the course of the week. For instance, we know now that, and we did say that the ambassador the ambassador of Venezuela present here, it was sort of beyond protocol, really, for him to visit. And now that we know some more information, because Penny has defended, of course, at that particular meeting, she said that it was something that was arranged 2 weeks before one, and it so happens that it happened on that day when, of course, the assembly in Tobago, in Venezuela, had classified the prime minister here as persona non grata, and at the same time, the vessel, the American warship, came here to Trinidad. So in close proximity to each other. But I still say it doesn't take away the fact that somebody had, because of the conspiracy, because she did say that there was
she wasn't surprised of the people making a connection between the visit and, of course, those circumstances that would have was just around or occurred just around that particular visit. So what was obvious? Then both sides mutually should have said, well, let's postpone this for the obvious connotations it would have had, and the problem would have been solved. Not that you engage and then look to explain. Nobody cared as to at the time as to but whether it was a meeting that was arranged 2 weeks before, as the case may be, and we know now too that it was the ambassador going to the opposition leader and not the opposition leader going to the ambassador. So that's another new nuance that we did not detect before. But the entire event placed in the scenario where those incidents took place in Venezuela and in Trinidad, I think the prudent thing should have been done. Both sides mutually agree to postpone that courtesy call. I understand that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs was also informed, because she says she boasts that she knows about protocols, and therefore she didn't want it to look as though she usurped or tried to undermine or try to upstage the Prime Minister in one way or another, or undermine the policy position of the government via the utterances of the Prime Minister. So you take it, you extrapolate it, and you decide. We have given you it. What are the background circumstances that caused that visit, according, of course, to the new information issued by Penelope Beckers, the opposition leader. Whether you believe it or not, I'm still saying that there was the option to say, let us, based on all of the circumstances, let us, of course, postpone this, because you always have another time. But she did not. So therefore, to me, I still remain in my original position, and that is, she is a political kobo of a parasitic nature, opportunistic. All right. So that is where I would want to go in terms of things that we did not speak about on the last occasion. Of course, the Gravely has gone. It left yesterday. That is to say, the worship. And of course, there is the reversal, not unexpected and not for the first time, but where Maduro is now saying, let us forget all the recriminations and let us, of course, cooperate and so on. Sending some kind, I wouldn't call that olive branch, but I would say some kind of
Lennox Smith,
of toxic branch here to Trinidad. Yeah.
But that making any sense? You don't ban the woman.
Huh?
You don't ban the woman from entering acting. You don't think she pour grata whoever person of grata all of that bacchanal.
Yeah.
Then send back an olive branch. As long as say you recline in what it is you did, and say, well, all right, we revoke what we do, where she can't come to the country again, and this and that. So them fishes are full of.
Yeah. Poison ivy. They extend across the Gulf of Paria, and feel that we are fools across here. He has done that to the United States. The United States have reached the zenith, the ultimate of their tolerance with this man, and he is now, of course, paranoid and in a state of total panic, and saying and doing anything. I suppose something similar to Rowley when he realized that the population and the PNM, that is, the population no longer will stomach their rhetoric and their deception and their illusions, believing that somehow they could do that in perpetuity. And you're seeing it, of course, being exhibited by this particular opposition leader, believing that somehow the lies, the deception, the misinformation, disinformation, and attempt to upstage and to undermine the present government will get them some kind of political traction. Well, the THA elections is coming up, and we have local government elections coming up. And that, to me, will be the proof of the pudding as to whether or not that kind of obsolete and Jurassic approach to politics will be sustained, and the people will be so damn gullible to accept that as a true expression, to the extent that they will reflect. It will be reflected in votes in favor of the PNM. I want to, that and a pink donkey, I know that we will not see, but I want to see what they will do subsequently when they would have failed once again with that kind of rhetoric approach by the propaganda machinery that has failed over and over and over.
Nice. Yeah. So let me just start these voice notes them there quick. Go
ahead, my friend. Go ahead. Yes.
Oh boy.
Good morning to the Magnificent Free. Boy, I will say Trinidadian just stress me out sometimes. And they talking about mental health. Right? When I study what really happening right now, how every day the opposition and the news media only on camera street. The opposition in face every day like if we never put them out. Them cannot be so against camera like how they are against the people who put them on, boy. When I tell you, I believe it like mental health interfering with me now. Because to see Penny Beckles and this Avery Brown in your face every day, boy. Oh gosh, boy, that is come like a disgrace to we, boy. I mean to say you're in opposition, oh gosh, boy. Remain in opposition, boy. All you want to be in government and in the opposition too. Like if all you want to direct the government, what all you want them to do, and they can't do what they want for themselves. If I tell you something, I so fed up, but the greatest I hear a lady say, she's an old woman, and she come out cancer clinic, but she have more mental health concerning war might take place between Trinidad and Venezuela. So I say to myself, well, I'm happy for she that if you could have cancer and you're going in a cancer clinic, but you're studying the war might take place between Venezuela and Trinidad, well, I could say, well, I'm glad for you that you could ignore that cancer and study the war instead. So that doing you are very good. I go on this morning, brother.
Andy, good morning to you, Lennox, Mickie, Newbie, and to all my friends on the chat. Good morning to everybody. Andy, so we seeing the behavior of the children in school again. Typical behavior like Gatsby Dolly and them in the parliament, right? Who talking about hooligan is racist and one set of nonsense. You see the impression that they left on those school children? And this young child, she stood up and she take that beating, you know. And the next one, I want to know if she had fallen down those stairs, what they would have done to her on that ground. That is why you see, they only want to play hooligans in school. I don't care who vexed with me. The last time I checked, hooligan was never a racist word. But you know, to the racists and them, every word is racist. Okay? The next thing is they're going to help Venezuela fight, right? You see, I think I said in the video with a group of them, they go in Venezuela to help Maduro fight. They're going down by the parliament today to do what? But you know what is distasteful, Andy, and what is hypocritical is that so many gang warfare going on in this country, and not one day you ever heard PNMites and them say, I'm going to stand up and fight for my country. They pull the young man, I don't know if it's one or two of them, out of the car in Laventille and they kill the child. Did you hear any protests from those people? Did you hear any protests from the PNMites and them? Nobody going to help Maduro fight because they feel Maduro coming to fight the Prime Minister, our Prime Minister, right? The child that died in the playground in Edinburgh, they call him collateral damage. The child that got killed with his father, collateral damage. Did you hear them come out and fight? The 22 babies that died in NICU, did you hear them come out and fight or protest against it? Because it didn't concern them. The 4 men that died in the pipe, they kept quiet over what they were doing in the pipe. And then you had the $3.3 million pipe expert was examining the pipe. She know it didn't have no oil in the pipe, right? So they couldn't protest all these things, but today no, because they vex because they lose the government. They want to protest now with everything. But I find this, but you know, our Minister of National Security wouldn't give them instructions, to tear gas them. No, because it's a different kettle of fish. This government is passive. They're not like the PNMites, who have situational ethics and sanctimonious hypocrisy. Andy, I have never met a bunch of hypocrites in my life like PNMites. You hear? And their intentions is to bring down this government, to destabilize this government. Because they hear Faris said, they ain't gonna last 6 months. Faris know that. But I want to tell Faris, they will last more than 6 months to bring all you down. You see how they did not respond to the debate in the Senate? They know why. And the next one probably beat them war. How we get so quiet now? Here one war again? You see, they went and they pulled the devil tail. And as you rightly said this morning, now Maduro want to talk about peace after he said the woman is persona non grata. But you see, he realized that she's not taking him on. And according to her, why didn't they put up pictures of Trump? Is Trump all in war with not Trinidad and Tobago? Why all they didn't put up trumpet here, but all afraid them? Monkey know what tree to climb. They ain't climbing the pick a tree. Nah, they avoided the pick a tree. But they feel, she said it already, don't take my quietness for weakness. So all who want to go out and protest today in front of Parliament, all they go. Because all their lives was so great under the PNM. So great. They made us eat the bread that the devil need. And all you come in to support that? No way. That is why it was 26-13. And if you count the two Tobago seat, it's 28-13. 28 constituencies against the PNM. And as Mother Bernie always say, they will never come back again in Tobago. And we have to make sure PNM, especially on the weak belly penny, never see the corridors of powers again. Because Penny proved, and you saw the video, she couldn't follow along in the Standing Finance Committee. Penny is not leadership material, and neither is Stuart Young. So let them stay right here. They could make how much culture they want. They could make we are a praying people. And they, the PNMites, will get what is coming to them. Andy, thank you very much and have a good morning.
Ground report, good morning. My front burner this morning. My front burner is to remind Trinidad and Tobago we are going to pay a very dear price for electing Dr. Rowley and the PNM while we didn't listen to Patrick Manning. Patrick Manning warned this country about this man and his behavior. The cabinet that Dr. Rowley formed in this country, Manning told us that he will not tolerate that kind of behavior in his cabinet. Dr. Rowley will have to create his own cabinet for that, and we, not me, but all the PNM supporters allow that man to create a cabinet here and destroy here. Right now, as we speak, the PNM is spreading a propaganda on the ground and trying to create a hate environment for the UNC and Kamala Prasad Bissessa. That hate, when the people talking in the cars and they traveling, the talk, it coming up, but it's getting pushed back down because people understanding and realize what is going on with the PNM. The PNM is not going to stay in opposition very long again. They're saying they want to get back in office before the matter with invert and the Auditor General take its turn in this country. All these alleged corruption incidents under the reign of the PNM is going to pop up like toast one after the next in this country. The mainstream media, you all are the most wickedest thing ever happened to this country. You all did not play this country fair and still trying to push back the PNM into office. What difference the PNM gathered since they get out of office? They didn't do anything to say, well, this is a fresh PNM. It's the same set of nasty political PNM players trying to get back into office by any means necessary. That's not happening here. That's not happening here. And I wanted to say this to the government of the day. If the Venezuelan people continue their foolishness, you see the Venezuelan people and the PNM and the Ralph Gonzalez people in St. Vincent, you see these people, something wrong with them. They are very foolish. They're trying to bypass democracy and try to push them, bully their way into power, into office. It's not going to happen. Our democracy is alive and well. So the faster these matters and these corruption incidents with the PNM under Dr. Rowley reign come up, that is the only thing will slow down the PNM. Notice, the PNM have the operative and them in the ministries like in Wassa. Right now they're destabilizing the areas and them, creating a set of unnecessary pothole, rain falling just so all of a sudden, creating things to come up with a bacchanal whenever the local election come. I call on the government, pay attention to those government workers. Find out who is these people dispatching Wassa onto the streets to dig for no reason. That is a no reason. People you in the communities, look at past the street corner and the back road. They never had a leak. They come and one big trench and leave it at a leak permanently. On afternoon time, there's a traffic. On morning time, there's a traffic because between 6 and 9, the back road is one of the main outlets besides the highway. What it is wrong with the PNM? PNM, all you behave all yourself. Miss Kamala Prasad Bissessa, Mr. Alexander, you all make an attempt to make the PNM behave themselves in this country. The PNM is not in power. They are not in office. They are a opposition. Treat them as opposition. They are not in charge. Why you all are so easy and soft on the PNM and these media houses? And I still seeing you all giving these big media houses, right? Ads, don't do that. Don't do that. And all these programs that was fighting in the vineyard with the UNC to get you all into office, bring them back on stream. You all need them more than ever now. Don't depend on new bloggers and TikTokers alone. Bring them back on board. Don't follow somebody in the UNC and throw people aside. Somebody who have a nasty agenda in the UNC throwing people aside. Only be careful with the PNM. Remember, in 1990, the PNM wanted to go back in office. You remember what happened? You remember when dustbin was blowing up in Port of Spain to destabilize Port of Spain? You remember the PNM don't intend to stay in opposition much longer because they will not withstand those charges that are coming. Good morning. I hope this voice note reach you all. Bless.
Good morning to the ground report. Andy Williams, the Pitbull of Radio Lennox Pit, and Mickie Kerr. I call to wish Andy Williams a speedy recovery, whatever health issues that he may have at this point in time. I pray and hope that God will open the windows of heaven and pour down his tremendous blessing through his Son Jesus Christ, and his angels to administer whatever healing that he may need, that God will watch over him and his family. I pray and trust through the Almighty God, through his wonderful Son, Jesus Christ, that all prayers will be answered. That he'll be back on his feet again. Pleasant morning to the ground report.
Hey, I hear, you know, like somebody tell you I
Good
dead.
morning to the ground report.
Dead or something now. I
Andy
hear.
Williams, the Pitbull of Radio Lennox, and Mickie Kerr. Pleasant morning to the ground report. Andy Williams, morning to you and ground report again, Lennox Smith. Thanks for having me on the program, right? I will try to control the amount of time that I just talk, you know. I will try to speak a little shorter when I send a message here and try to cut it down because I know a lot of other callers have to call and things, right? So it's hard to really talk long and, you know, it's clocking off 9 o'clock now, so I appreciate very highly having me on your program because there's a lot of things I want to vent about this government, not this UNC government, you know. The alleged, the opposition, satanic government, was. There are a lot of things I want to pound them out. I want to pound them out until they disappear. So I call it an anti-cam. Do not take no talk from Maduro. I just let you know that because he's saying bad things about you. He's threatening you. He put up your picture and calling you devil and all kind of nonsense. Now we want to extend olive branch because right now the tower hotter than the stove, hotter than the tower. The tower burning, but the whole store will catch up at him just now. But he know that his time is near and Trump is making no joke. Don't feel the Americans going, you know. They're right in the bottle still, you know. They make go and just leave our shore. But they still, they come down for he. So he'll get what coming to him. And that one who playing, she could send messages for Kamala. Jersey Rodriguez is playing, she's some boss. We don't want your gas lady. We're all going to make some illegal agreement with you so you feel it that come now and try to fool this new government called UNC to make agreement to tell you that is sanction. When America sanction, we come down the bottom of the sea before because we have nothing, get no protection. Then Maduro want to get the opportunity to come across here and do what you want to do all the time with Trinidad and Guyana. So Tanticam, stand firm and strong. Do not listen to him. Do not accept no olive branch. Let the olive branch tree fall on the opposition PNM because all of them need the olive branch for hell. Right? That olive branch comes from me. He's that evil, wicked, deceitful criminal. Right? So be strong, Anti-Cam. I'm praying for you that you'll remain strong and do the thing what you're supposed to do. Dig up and all what PNM do. Thanks to Anna Roberts who giving right information about this wicked, evil curse, no shame, upper sin. Satan opposition, upper Satan opposition. Sorry, Andy, have a nice day. Take care. Be blessed.
Yeah, and I good. The whole PNM people feel I sick or I dead and no kind of bacchanal thing there, you know. No, be a foreman, no kind of thing there, you know. Look at right here, watch. A bad like that.
Pleasant good morning, Mikey, Lennox, and Andy. Lennox and Andy, well, I just might look 2 cents on it. You know, we had to look a little further and a little deeper. Why this Penny went to the ambassador, the Venezuelans. And it's a possibility that she gained instructions. It's a possibility she still getting instructions from Stuart Young and Rowley. So it's a possibility that they trying to, you know, undermine the whole thing. You understand? Saying, well, look, we go organize, we go get rid of she, we go come back in power. You understand? Or some kind of thing like that. So we have to be very careful, you know, what you see in the surface is not necessarily what it is going on. It's something what going on in the background. So who knows? The former PM was he deciding to, you know, embark on this on a lower scale. All right. I just wanted to make that suggestion. Blessings, everyone. Morning.
At 1:30 today, Andy, right? What do you call him again? John Jeremy, Attorney General. He's going to be talking, and it's going to be very interesting. So I'm warning people, just find the time and listen to it. That's what I wanted to tell you, Andy. Thanks.
All right, darling. So at 1:30 today, the Honorable Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago will be addressing the nation.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Lennox. Morning, Mikey. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Morning to everybody who was on the line. Andy, listen to this now. You ain't noticed something? Faris had a tight pants, right? He and Foster goings or Foster comings or who don't know if he coming or going. You ain't notice they're very quiet. You notice a lot of people in the PNM very quiet. Huh? You notice if you look in the Senate, you see Arari and them involved heavily in the debate and thing in the Senate and thing. No, you're not seeing that. Because the name calling up in all kind of corruption. I see a good example of that is what this program called what? New Source, right? But what New Source forget to tell the nation, it's really Kobo Source that is the new source. So all them so-called source and them is a sort of whole Kobo Source in the place, corrupting the country and how the country, right, smelling stinks to the highest heavens, right? These people and the corrupt, racist kind of nonsense that be going on within this country, right? And I figure like if all of them who seems to be having a problem with Trinidad and Tobago and having a problem with anti-camps, yeah, we're going on all they go and live in Maduros, Venezuela, and leave the people of Trinidad and Tobago alone, man, oh God. Oh God, that's a waste of time, people. You telling me PNM on this country for so many years, and look at the state of Trinidad and Tobago to this day, right? A big, bald head, ugly looking, nasty, stinking man come on this country for 10 years. 10 years, right? And mash up the place, and only they have a problem with that. But go Venezuela and live, and leave us here in Trinidad and Tobago like we say about our affairs, and leave anti-cams alone. We standing with our anti-cams, and it's that.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I just have about 2-3 more voice notes. Yes, I'm seeing here. Rafi Nanan, and he's against the government, and look, me banning him, and I would never ban him. You know why? He don't be disrespectful. He don't be bullish. He make any point. It a good debaters will come, read what he say, and they will say, Rafi, you're talking stupidness, and they'll debate. I say this platform is for everybody. Ravi Nanan is saying Munilal quite quiet too when last year here Barry. Oh, Barry, I think I hear Barry sometime there, Ravi. What happened? Where you have the PNM self-data throughout? We wouldn't bully you. We wouldn't cuss you. We wouldn't call it the N-word. Look, here's an Indian. We ain't go say coolie. We ain't go, no. We will debate you. If you're wrong, we will bring you evidence, facts. So when you're wrong with what you say, we won't go like a hooligan. We won't think with you personally. Tell you about your mommy, your daddy, your sister, your brother. Tell you about your family. Tell you there's a B-man or you know some of the words now. We ain't gonna do that. Let's continue. Look, my girl Patricia Reed here. Our next PNM. May I go ban she neither, boss man neither, I'm banning them. No! It's a democracy. Everybody could be on board. But they can't be on board bringing Kuchu and them kind of bacchanal, bullish kind of bacchanal on this program. Yes, Patricia Reed say misinformation again. What misinformation, Madam Patricia Reed? Who misinformed us? The lady that told us earlier on there that 1:30 today, John Jeremy will be having a press conference. Lennox may check and see if it having anything like that there. Let me make sure there's no misinformation. Right, Rafi Nananse replying to Richard Maraj, and I said we gonna do the debate. Look, Richard Maraj and saying Rafi is at this or cussing Rafi. or getting personal, Ravi. We not on that. We want PNM people here with us. We want to hear the crap they're talking. But don't come here and bring down the program or be disrespectful or cussing or calling names or being racial. We not on that. Say when Kamala P, well, that's I know you're saying they piss, well, I wonder if it's pass, I don't know, but when Kamala P, well, you know, it sensitized that whole thing on who? It have to lead the UNC. That party will mash up because about 4 of them will fight for power. So that party will mash up because 4 of them will fight for power in the UNC. It's not going to mash up. The membership, when that time reach, will pick whoever is the leader, and we will throw all support behind whoever democratically have been elected as the leader of the UNC. We will support. Whether it's Munilal, whether it's Barry, whether it's Saddam, whether it's Jolene, whether it's who. Where's Ravi? See how we do it and look me a cuss here. Me tell you is a lick bottom. Like how them just be attacking me, telling me is a B-man, is a B-man. They say is a faggot. They say I is a potong. And I know Pitbull. The first time they tell me I is a lick bottom coolie. They tell me, boy, the kind of nasty things PNM they say about me. Me a business. I will answer them back like how they do thing about me. I'll ask them back with intelligence, with brilliance, with facts. Right, Wells. Right, that is it. Let me finish those voice notes there. Slimy them go on as they pop up and want to question about this program not good. Anybody come with that? Just don't listen, don't write it. Anytime you write it, you're gone. Come here and the issues out there is the government, the issues out there is the opposition, the issues out there is what we want to deal with. By the time you come here and you say Lennox Smith something, bam, you're gone. By the time you say Andy something, bam, you're gone. Yeah. Kamala come back for 6 months. That Ravi Nanan again. He's a East Indian Trinidad and Tobagonian that supports the PNM. So nice I say it. How nice. He said Kamala come back for 6 months and look how much enemies Trinidad get. UNC is good for UNC is not good for Trinidad and Tobago. Some people go say ban him. No, I not banning him. The top people we will dispute that. All I go say is PNM better. UNC way better. And they be saying, some people will say PNM and UNC is the same. No, it's not the same. PNM bring property tax, UNC move it. PNM take away laptops, UNC bringing it back. PNM can't finish schools reopening and have all schools in order to reopen on time. UNC in less than 6 months, schools open, everybody in order. Well, PNM never put a cent towards Children Life Fund. UNC make it mandatory now. Children Life Fund up and running. Well, how is he same? How is he same? What Kamala Prasad Bissessa did, Ravi, is stand up for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. She picked the right side because Venezuela can't do nothing for we. And carry the rest of the Caribbean can't do nothing for we neither. We are we problem. We are we border issues. We are the influx of Venezuelans more than all here. We are the crime and the guns and the drugs and all the contrabands that coming from Venezuela, including the henchmen and them. So to hell with you, Ravi, for not being patriot. And for hell with all the rest of the Caribbean if they don't want to be patriotic neither to Trinidad and Tobago. Simple, you see? We ain't cuss you, we ain't tell you your mother making nothing. But you not like that, you not like that. It has some of them like that already. that we had a question now if there is PNM or if there is UNC. One of them how their name start with A and end with W, not Andy Williams.
Bang, 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 bang.
Nice. So let me think there. Lennox will have everything piling for me there just on it. Just about 3 more voice notes. Alright. Let me continue. When I see Bossman send no voice note to irritate nobody. But in the play, he don't be disrespectful. Anytime he get disrespectful, you gotta go away.
Hi, morning, gentlemen. Andy tuned in late after 7, so didn't hear the beginning of the program, but I'll replay it in a little bit. Okay? But let me just send a voice note here. Last night I watched the news, and I was so annoyed when I saw Anazet complaining about he wasn't informed about the ship. And nobody didn't have any discussion with him. What is wrong with these people? It's important. They like to feel important. Everything they had to be complaining about. When people going to start acting like adults and support what is taking place in this country, because it is for the betterment of the country and everybody else. But no, everything UNC do, they must find a fault. You understand? But let them go on. Let them go on. As I tell them already, UNC is the government and they are doing very well. You understand? And another one is this Cabello, name. I find the president, or whatever the hell he is of Venezuela, that man is so fast and out of place. If Trinidadians had any belly, if they had any guts, if they used to stand up for anything, they would have made that man apologize to our Prime Minister. You're going to go on national TV with your fast Venezuelan self and say about what? She not drunken, what? A drunk, I can't remember what is the word he used, but describing her as being in a, let me say, a drunken state, a state. You too fast and out of place. Who gave you, I only tell you that, who gave you the authority to stand up and talk about the Prime Minister at Trinidad and Tobago in that manner? You understand? You know she is drink rum. It's your rum she will drink or whatever she is drink. But nevertheless, you see me? All you have to have respect. And if I was Prime Minister, that sir, I would have sent back every one of them from your country. Let you deal them. Your own people have to be running from you. And you stand up disrespecting Trinidad and Prime Minister. Man, look now. Just know the place, eh? And people have a right to demand an apology from you for the statement that you make, you understand? But all you go on, you understand? And another thing I want to say, I saw an interview, I think with Sean Subas. Minister, excellent. When these disrespectful journalists, or whatever they call themselves, asking you a set of question, you have to know how to answer them. I was so proud of you, so pleased, when they asked Kenya about the people that Trump blew up in the boat. When you told them very, very, with a straight face, you don't have to do anything to do with that. That was done in international waters. That is Trump business. If it was done in national waters, you said, then we will have to answer. You have to be very serious with these people. And when they ask them the dotish question, you just know how to answer them. You understand? It is not easy to deal with these, I don't know what to call them people in this country. But nevertheless, my government, my Prime Minister, you all are doing an excellent job. You understand? Stay up. Stay strong. Say what has to be said. Do what has to be done. And who vex, they vex. And let me tell you this now. The good, decent, law-abiding citizens will appreciate you all and be happy to see that while you're trying to clean up this mess. The rest who complaining is because them and their family involved in some form of crime, some form of racket along the line, and they don't want crime to stop. They don't want racket to stop. You understand? So go ahead, do what you have to do. And as for the state of emergency, if you had to extend it for the next 5 years to fix this country, do it. And what they want to say, let them say. Because have some people, no matter if you pave the street with gold and you put the pavement with diamond, they will still find fault. God bless Kamala Prasad Bisesa, and God bless every member of her government, and God also bless all the good citizens who are working together, and as I like to say, praying together and standing together for our government to do what has to be done for a better Trinidad and Tobago, a better day. Haters, evildoers, have a place in hell for all you. But as I tell all you already, all you could jump high, all you could jump low. All you could say this, all you could say that. All you're not going to get through with bullying this government, and all you're not going to stop the progress in this country. Forward ever, backward never. Blessings.
Bang, 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 bang. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Hey Andy, morning again. Andy, after watching our video today, it's funny when people there and they're not doing anything. People in the cars, people with masks riding on a bike. They need to ride and take the car and run into a few of them and just mash them up with the car. But I know people are scared. People not doing anything. That's why I say when the police get hold of them to come up, open the let them empty the whole cartridge on them. That's what you need to do to them people like that. All them young girls. The little boy was thinking about police. But then when he was scared, later on he died. Alandi, it's have a word called cancer. We could have cancel or postpone the meeting. There's a word called cancel or you can postpone. Penny don't know English. She don't know what it means cancel or postpone. That will show you how incompetent she is. She is a penny, yellow belly penny. She a town. So I don't take none of what she said with a grain of salt. She is a hypocrite and a buffoon. It's a word called cancel or postpone. And again, they don't know English, they don't know maths, I don't know what the hell they know. Oh, they know how to steal and thief money. That's what they know. But they don't know the word cancel and postpone. Talk to you later.
Russell Morning to the Ground Report. My contribution today is that man called Maduro is not to be trusted. The Silla recall about he apologize for the people's behavior. And I buy that. Have a blessed day.
Good morning again, Trinidad and Tobago Ground Report, by extension the supporters of the program. Now, could you all remember this? You and you and you, I will go to war with you all. You don't so. You cool, you have to be cool, you cool, everything cool with you all long so, but you see the person who make that statement in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago? That is the person who are going to speak this evening as far as a voice note come true. And that lady is supposed to be a reputable person in contribution, in talk show radio. So she will come with that gesso. And people who don't really look on to the Parliament channel to hear the behavior of politicians and questions and answer situation, you will not be very effective in talk show. You'll be also waiting on bloggers to pick off our bloggers and pick off on headline news, and that's where you will be coming from. But monitor these politicians. Monitor these politicians, especially the PNM politician. The PNM decide that if them can't govern here and run here, he have to mash up. That is what PNM decide. That is a mash up squad. So the only thing to save this country is to bring all those matters speedily ahead, all those questions and answer, these non-disclosure position. Remember, these are non-disclosure and they want to make deals and deals and deals. That is where the UNC will get money to keep running this country, because let me tell you, you talk with the $9,000 a month citizen who was working in this country and never go to work for one day in a government relief program. All these things is corruption, heavy corruption. Who approved all this money from this treasury? It was Inbert. That is the main man. He was never to be no Minister of Finance with the kind of money come out of the treasury under his watch. These are things we have to look at. Days where the money is going to come back from. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Heat.
Heat. Remember, Trinidad and Tobago, it's weak belly penny. Weak. Weak. Remember, keep it weak. Not red belly, not yellow belly, not cassava belly. Again, weak, weak, weak belly penny, weak belly penny, weak belly penny, weak belly penny.
Annie, good morning, good morning. I just lock on, man. I just lock on. I just deliver a load underground in Ray underground, man. Underground in Missouri here, way underground a mine. Deliver something over there. Anyway, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, you know, I leave a video thing there for you. I don't know if you can access it. Very, very important about the treaty between Trinidad and the United States where they signed. And it's very, very important to let people know that what is going on. Anyway, Andy, I'll call you later on in the program, because I'm trying to fix up some people, okay? And I'll call you later, okay? All right, Andy. Andy, I'm looking at that video. Andy, you know what they get away with, man? Me? They're all over. What I would do to them? They never thief again. Never. I'm telling you, both of them. I'll take on both of them. I'll take care of both of them. One time. And they'll never steal again in the rest of their life. Hey, I know what Lennox say. Lennox, you don't believe nothing that Penny Beckle say. Nothing that PNM said. Nothing. They're liars. And another thing again, don't believe that what Maduro said to bring peace in with them. It does not change the narrative who he are, who he is. Right? He needs to get down and step down. Otherwise, face the consequences. Bottom line. Right? They're not going to come there for nothing and say you go we talk. We don't want to hear you. Step down. Move. Go. And if you don't want to, face the consequences. You want to end up like Saddam Hussein? Take your choice.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
I'll play that video with Kenrick Sunday on the treaty that Trinidad and Tobago signed with America years ago. In a little bit. Let's finish off those voice notes here quick.
Andy, Mickie K, Lennox Smith, Trinidad and Tobago Central here. Pleasant, good morning. Andy, yesterday it slipped me to tell you that this week Belly Penny was on the morning edition program. She ran up there with her whole self, with her weak belly self, to speak about, this UNC government, how it is they are so unfair to send them the CPEP workers, the European workers, the forestry workers, and they have no heart, and this and that and the other. Weak belly Penny, you was the same person who was there for the 9+ years, and you stood right there with your mouth stitched up and zip, right? And you never said anything when your boss man, your political leader, had sent him thousands of workers on different ministries, all kind of different things that send on people by. Yeah? And now today, you could only see, take out the MP after 9+ years. Now that you could see UNC send home the CPAP workers and the European, this and that and the other. You know what happened to all your weak belly penny?
Yes, I like how she talking earlier. Don't forget, keep it up. Eventually, the infection of the ground report of who Penny Beckles really is will be said in Parliament. Remember that. It's just a matter of time. Arnold Roberts will be in Parliament and say, weak belly Penny. Alexander will say, weak belly Penny. Barry Padap, weak belly Penny. Kamala Prasad, Bisesa, and all will eventually say, weak belly Penny.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Let that name of Penny Beckles be christened throughout the streets, every nook and cranny of Trinidad and Tobago, and every P&M corner, UNC corner. It must be all in Mars, Jupiter, all over. Whether you're in England, China, America, in the Caribbean, wherever you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago is, remember, that name must never be forgotten. It must be branded and synced in the minds and hearts of the people of Trinidad and Tobago of who Penny Beckles, this opposition leader, the weakest opposition leader ever in Trinidad and Tobago. I say it one more before I continue with central video, voice note, I mean. Weak belly Penny, weak belly Penny, weak belly Penny, weak belly Penny, weak belly Penny. Our children, our grandchildren, and everybody that born after will be singing the same tune. Weak belly Penny.
Bang, 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 bang.
Let's continue. When you talk with your MPs, let them know to address us, weak belly Penny. Your councillors, weak belly Penny. Your independent senators, weak belly Penny. It must reach in the caucus of the PNM. Because here what? They're going to move for. The PNM caucus will be saying too. Because they're already saying it. Weak belly Penny. They're done saying it. That's the reason why she can't play. She messing with Marvin Gonzalez. None of them. None she can't touch. She's not a leader. They have too much information on her. And if she looked at things, they're going to vote she out, move she. And they're going to bring back Colin Imbert. Not Colin Imbert, they're going to bring back Stuart Young. Watch all you go see. Remember the Pitbull voice, don't go on deaf ear. And remember today, thanks to Santa Cruz, that every nook and cranny of Trinidad and Tobago will be calling the opposition leader Penny Beckles of the PNM. Weak belly Penny, weak belly Penny, weak belly Penny. Weak belly Penny.
All the right-thinking citizens could see clearly that all you display dirty and all you display politics real dirty. That is how the stinking piping sprang in Hanover cold-hearted 30 PNM government displayed. Right? They displayed there to catch Kobo alive. Right? They just try to confuse the country But here what going on, everybody have on the thinking cap and the scene for themselves and the understanding fully. Every wrongdoings is what all is in part of. You hear? You was the same one who had stood there and sat down where people had committed suicide when they had lost the work from Petritrin and they never said anything. Why you don't go and look for your last political leader and explain to him how it was so unfair? This is the reason why the people on the ground start to suffer now because show up what you have done in the past. And now that I take over, they come and now they give me the rubbish in the party. Now I had to pick up the pieces of the glass and I had to patch it together and try and make things work. Eh? Yes, Andy. So I didn't want it to take too long on that one. So I'm racking up on this one here now. So as I was saying, she have to pick up the pieces of the glass, put it together and see how best she could, you know, try to see what she could do in. But they could turn you on any side penny, you will still be the same cent. You hear? Because right now, presently, in this real world, in this real lifetime we're living in, you ain't making no sense. It's too weak as a political leader. And it's too advantageous and it's too unfair with yourself. Yeah? You sat down there and you had your mouth stitched up and zip up and you never said anything with so many people who had committed suicide under your watch together with your past political leader. You're so unfair. You're very biased. That is your part of you as well too. You're very biased as a woman. Yeah? Go and ask the people now who under you why it is your children was on a shooting range. Eh? Go and investigate. Right? How it is your last colleague lost her life together with her family in the fire. There are so many things that only in. But just remember this. God, that's how the final say in everything. It is wear pajamas, but you don't sleep. You understand what we're saying, Penny? All is too unfair with all they said. That way all will remain opposite for the rest of their life. And all will never be no way close to anything as being governant in this country no more. Right? You need to answer, the commissioner of police needs to be in front of your house for you to be questioning what it is you went and you had signed and you had whatever conversation with the Spanish ambassador. That is what you need to study. Right? Run up yourself because the person that who you had the conversation with in the morning edition, Andy, that was a PNM candidate. For local election, he had went up for Sawa, Barataria, right? And he lost his seat in a big way, right? So people, the right-thinking citizen, if the brainwash supporter of the PNM want to remain there in the dungeons and the dark, that is up to them. But we as the right-thinking citizen, we will make sure and keep the sun our foot and see the sunlight in this place. You hear? If them don't want to see better, we want to move on and live better in this country. And His goodness is going to restore back. People with one nation, one people, one love, one unity is going to be in the order here. Right? Unity will always be the code. Just remember, Andy, everybody, just be safe and strong as we can. And let we continue praying for this program to prosper. And Andy and Mickie and Lennox Smith will always bring the truth and nothingness of the truth to the country. And we locked on and listening, Andy. All be safe. And you don't know. Everything will be everything in due course. Yeah? And it's that.
Good morning. Many people let negative words or other people's opinions totally ruin their lives. They live to please other people and honestly think that they can be happy by trying to keep everyone else happy. They don't want anybody to say a negative word about them. That's simply impossible. You have to accept the fact that not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody is going to accept you. And certainly cannot keep everybody happy. Some people will find fault no matter what you do. You can be there for them 1,000 times in a row, but that will remind you repeatedly of the one time when you couldn't show up. Life is too short to try to keep people like that happy.
Good morning again to you, Lennox, Mickie, Newbie, and to everybody out there. And imagine Scotland, who said that 10,000 plus 4,000 is 25,000. trying to correct Roger Alexander on how to pronounce breed. Imagine that. That's why Roger Alexander mess him up good and proper. No, there was this big hullabaloo, right? Everybody panicking. We worship here. Yeah, they're going to buy bales and bales of toilet paper, right? The worship gone. Where's the reporting that the worship gone? Where is it? That is why Maduro want to play putting out a cactus rose for Mrs. Pasabi Sessa. I know she would never take that. And there's one set of mocking pretenders out here, right? They're trying to disrupt this government. And the only thing I agree with reporter with is that they need to be more assertive. UNC government needs to be stronger with these people. We're not telling Order to be a bully and also the speaker. We are not asking Order to be bullies, right? But anyway, it's only 6 months. As the time go by, they will deal with them severely. Thanks a lot, Andy.
Morning ground report. We know what the PNM government is already. That there's frauds. And they think they're on the run to the Venezuelan embassy and all kind of thing. I run to them to talk the garbage because them and Venezuela, them and Maduro good. But they ain't nobody will be watching. And we know what's going on. If they feel better, we'll go on and spread the propaganda with Maduro and feel better with the citizens. And we know damn well what's going on.
Blessed morning to Andy, Lennox, Mickie K, and to all the Ground Report followers. I want to say this morning, will you have no fear? God is here. You understand? And all how Penny and them trying to do what they want to do to destroy this UNC government will never happen. You understand? That's why I have been listening to everything that have been going on. Okay? And I want everybody to be relaxed and take it easy. Don't worry all yourself. God is here. And He can fix everything in this country. Right? Why it is always pushing for hate. Let me stop the hate and be loved by each other. Anyhow, you all have a blessed weekend and take care. Love you all.
Hello, good morning. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, how you all doing? This morning, I just want to make an observation. Why is the government of Trinidad and Tobago not using the helicopters with the lights? We don't see those things at all because due to the increase of robberies, thefts, kidnappings, murders, etc., shootings that are taking place in the dark, we need a helicopter to help the police to locate these individuals. But I have not seen a helicopter like that for years. You know, in other Caribbean countries, they have helicopters with lights flying to monitor crime and capture bandits from the air. And we don't have it here. And that is unacceptable. We need to get helicopters with the lights to monitor the crime on the ground, especially at night. Because the thing is, a lot of cars, hybrid vehicles are being stolen. Batteries are being taken out of vehicles. Vehicles are being carjacked and then thrown into the bushes to be left for days until the owner could become, if they have GPS. If they don't have GPS, the vehicle is dismantled and the parts are taken to retail outlets to be sold to the public. Right? Alexander needs to update the country on the progress of the helicopters or the disappearance in most cases. You have not seen any, right? Also, the Venezuelan migrants that continue to arrive into our country, right? Why is the government not deporting these people? These people are a nuisance. They're taking over San Fernando, Pinal, Port of Spain, and different parts. They're committing the most heinous crimes. They're moving around with guns. They leave Venezuela to come and kill us in our own country. And nothing is being done. Deport these people back because we do not know what instructions they got from the government of Venezuela to do who in this country any harm. And also finally, what is the government's stance on vagrancy? And there's an explosion of vagrants in Port of Spain and San Fernando, especially in San Fernando as of lately. People cannot use the Harris promenade because it is discolored and stained by the appearance and stench of fecal matter and urine. And nothing has been done to relocate these people. As I have said before, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago needs to pay 4 armed security guards and put them on a ship to guard the promenade from these homeless people because they can't use it. Andy Williams, you and Lennox Smith take a drive down San Fernando and see the deplorable state of that Harris promenade. It's like a dump, right? It needs to be cleaned and scrubbed and washed down by a water truck each day. The promenade has just fallen to the wayside. And what is being done to control vagrancy? Is the government planning to move them into a shelter, or are they just going to be allowed to roam the streets and filth, right, and harass people all over Trinidad? You're seeing people just walking in the road in the town areas and bending down and letting go stools and urinating. This has to stop, man. This has to stop.
Good morning, Ground Report crew. Now this is Marval here. I ain't sent a voice note in a long time, but right now, you know, I'm looking at what's going on with respect to the Venezuelan issue, right? The call to send back all the Venezuelans is very, very justified, given the light of what it is that the Venezuelan government and the Venezuelan president in particular has been saying about our prime minister and our government and our country, right? People don't realize it, but Venezuela has been teaching their children for the longest while in their school books. If you get a Venezuelan social studies textbook, you're gonna see what I'm talking about here. The map of Venezuela that they teach the children about, that Venezuela, what constitutes Venezuela, includes Trinidad and the Essequibo region of Guyana. So they have been teaching their children that Trinidad belongs to Venezuela. That is why they figured they could do what they want with us. They could send their people here illegal and whatever it is we're not supposed to do, nothing about it, right? They could send their drugs and whatever, right? Now, people don't realize it, right? But the opposition leader, and I will call her Venny Beckles, not Penny Beckles, right? Has been has committed an act of subversion, I would call it that, by meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador and the Venezuelan authorities after the Venezuelans have technically declared war on Trinidad and Tobago by talking our prime minister, blacklisting our prime minister, and so on. That's a declaration of war, right? So the Kamala Persaud administration needs to do something. And one of the two things that they need to do is, one, cut diplomatic ties with Venezuela, and two, start rounds up all them Venezuelans, or give them a certain period of time to vacate the country, leave the country. You give a couple, give until the end of November and say we're gone. We're giving only a chance to leave the country. Otherwise, you're going to just round up everybody who is not a resident of Trinidad and Tobago or not here on our work permit. Or you put not that stupid card that Stuart Young and them do it, the actual work permit, and get all out of this country. Right? That's what they need to start doing. Right? The other thing is, right, they need to revoke all of those cards and send them people back. Right? Now, getting down to the maritime vessel, right? This is not a unprecedented thing. We have had American warships. In fact, I don't know if you remember in 2018, a Russian submarine showed up on the port in 2017 or 2018 or thereabouts. There was a Russian submarine that was there for quite a long time. Nobody has said nothing. The third thing I just want to touch on a little bit, it is very, very surprising that the opposition has not come out and distanced themselves from the statements of the Howard girl and the fella from Point Fortin who put the how you call it, who put the targeting scope on Kamala Prasad-Bissasa's house, and who telling Maduro and Delcy this is where after bomb first, and also the map at Trinidad and Tobago and telling that to bomb the areas in yellow, right? How come the fact that the PNM has not come out and distanced themselves from that statement, it shows me, and I think it would show everybody else, that they have tacitly approved these things and that they agree with the sentiments expressed by these two people to assassinate the Prime Minister and members of the government at Trinidad and Tobago, right? The Ministry of Homeland Security needs to act fast. The Ministry of Justice needs to act fast. Bring these people to justice for treason, right, and for subversion and whatever other crimes against the state that they need to be they need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Have a wonderful morning, gentlemen.
Listen, good morning. Quick one. Lennox and Andy. Yeah, weak belly Penny go out to bust it. Right? She got to bust it from them. Never gonna get rid of she. Because she can't really do nothing at all. She just destroying that party. So it's just a matter of time for the caucus and them to get rid of she. Because if they run an election for she next 5 years, well, boy, it's the bottom of the barrel where all the muck and dot and things she go be coming out from. Aye, blessings.
Bossman, the Kaka keyhole, Rolly, how to answer your question like that. And they get rid of the boats and all kind of thing to secure the border. Can you get diesel to put in it and all kind of thing? Why you go by Rolly and doorstep and ask him? Yeah?
In this country,
But you are real clunk.
Andy Williams morning. You see that boss man? You all need to stop playing his videos. See that PNF. For all the last 9.5 years. All them things what you talking about, why you didn't ask the PNM that? Why you cut you off? Or don't play his voice notes?
Yeah, I don't really get a chance to play this last one. I think it's my thinking. The name should be Weak Yellow Belly Penny. Put the yellow in front of the belly. Weak Yellow Belly Penny. I don't know. Just a suggestion. Yellow Belly. Mr. Bossman. The migrant, the country has to accept them before they send them back. They cannot go and dump them and throw them in the ocean. Okay, Bossman, so I understand you don't know too much, so I'm trying to educate you. And the helicopter is working, but it's probably not working. Maybe that's why it's not working, because it's not working and there's no gas. The PNM government smash everything, all right? Later.
Oh boy, we gotta play that thing. What can Rick send on Monday, please God? Time check. It's a minute past the hour of 9 o'clock. 1 minute past the hour of 9 o'clock. No more calls, no more voice notes. Oh boy, we are so sorry. We are so sorry. Oh boy. For all who was not a that we couldn't get on. Let me see how many missed calls. Let me see if what missed calls I have here. What is we take off the Mr. Carnage, Mr. Barrel Paul. Oh boy. Jennifer, that's my friend. God! Oh boy. Mr. COP and KFC. That's the missed calls that I have. So let we go deal with all it tomorrow, Monday morning, please God now. You know the program very, very hot these days. It's everybody lock on.
Yeah, and of course, I've always said that the standard and the quality and the levels, I think, has gone through the roof now, and it will be very difficult to reach the earth if, of course, the sky was the limit. Then the ultimate termination could have only been at the level of the clouds. That's to tell you how high the program is. So continue, and we admire. I just want to finally just show to display to the public that yes, we have set up our virtual class, a virtual school, and we from Saturday we'll be starting, of course, our classes in English language and, of course, several CXC subjects, as well as assisting young people with respect to their C exams. It's going to be very, very, very interesting. So there you have it. And it's going to be like that. And, of course, we'll be able to engage the young people. And we have another setup in studio where a young person could go to the blackboard. Well, these days it's called the whiteboard or a sensitive board, meaning that it is attached to some kind of advanced technology, information technology. But that is where we are. I think it's important that we let our children understand, especially in the East Port of Spain, Lamented, Beetham, and so on, that they too can become what they would love to be, but could only dream about it at this point in time. But save for a very concerned and caring government, to which, of course, love is attached, and my own commitment, consistent with what I've been saying over the years. So look forward to that. We would start on a Saturday, but very early. We will not have the 8 o'clock program, but we'll have something a little earlier, where, of course, the young people can come in and sit down in the classroom, the studio itself, but we'll convert it into a virtual classroom. And you would notice that I think the day before we were doing English grammar, and of course we were doing punctuation marks, as you would notice on the screen as we speak. Let me just scroll it a little bit so you'll understand. So notice there the various punctuation marks, only 4 in this case, but there's some 14 of them that we will be pursuing. Of course, we started with comma, with the comma, the use of the comma, full stop, question mark, and of course exclamation mark, of course, and we'll go on to the colon, as well as the semicolon, and of course open inverted commas, etc. So look forward to that. I'm just saying and sending the salvo to ground reporters, supporters who have children, and you will want to, of course, take advantage of that, what I consider the virtual class scenario. And then, of course, you are invited. So look forward to that as we unfold different initiatives to assist the population in being the best they can be. So that's it for me, Andy. Once again, very, very, very impressed with the quality, and it was a delight to, of course, share with the population, both here and abroad, what we could not have covered over the weekend. I mean, over the week, we have been able to do so to some extent on this Friday. Don't forget, of course, that today the Parliament will convene for the specific purpose of extending the SOE on the instructions or the advice of the Commissioner of Police. So Parliament will be there. I've not been able to get any information with respect to a specific press conference to be held by the Attorney General, except to say that the Attorney General will be leading that particular debate with respect to the extension of the SOE for a further 3 months. According to the law, 3 months. If you have a third extension, well, then you'll have to have I think a 3/5 majority. I think this will be the second extension, if I'm not mistaken. and therefore a simple majority will be in operation. If it happens to be the third, then of course you'll have a special majority, which will mean the support of at least 2, I believe, independent senators. So if when it goes to the Senate for debate, that is, it will start, of course, in the lower house. And as I said, whilst he's not a member of the lower house, the Attorney General will be leading that debate there. All right.
Right. Well, boy, well, before we go, I have Mr. Ramnarayan on the phone, man. Long time we know Mr. Ramnarayan. Mr. Ramnarayan from
Yes,
Canada.
yes.
Good morning to you, my brother.
Yeah, morning, Lennox. Morning, Andy.
Good morning to you, my
Mikey
friend.
K.
Yes.
What I want to say, what's wrong to Penny Cent and Amy Brown? They gone mad. They believe they're still in government. Huh? They're running crazy all over the place, spreading all kind of propaganda. Huh? They should be ashamed of themselves. You know? They should be ashamed of themselves. Why? Like Becca, like Penny looking for a Venezuelan husband or what? Huh? She running by the Venezuelan embassy. Huh? Or she negotiating with the Venezuelan to overthrow the government. There's only two things about that.
But let me ask you something, Mr. Ramnarayan. But let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How our Trinidadian Canadians are taking this? You all find what that Penny supposed to be standing up for the country. All they watching she as a traitor. All they find she's undermining the government. How you all Trinidadian Canadians is watching at this whole thing? Let us know, Mr. Ramnarayan. Let us hear.
Well, you know, and the first thing is that Penny is a traitor. She is a traitor. She's trying to undermine the government together with the other 12 or 10 of them she have there. You know, Amy Brown is the next one. He's trying to undermine the government. You know, and they was 10 years there. They didn't do nothing for the people. You know, and they are mad now because this government is showing the people what they could do for them, and they didn't do anything for the people in 10 years almost.
Mr.
They
Ramnarayan, do you think that they have not learned from or listened to former Prime Minister, deceased, of course, Patrick Manning, their former leader, when he said that, of course, you can't be a mongrel running behind every passing car? He referred to, of course, Rowley as that. And is it that we are seeing a female version of a mongrel running behind every car that at the end of the day may well, of course, cause their demise?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something, Lennox, that these people, they have nothing better to do in life. You know?
All right.
They have nothing better to do in life than to try to educate the people to the best and be together with the government to uplift the country, because they have left the country in a mess. They have left the country in a mess. You know, and what is happening in Trinidad today is these people are the cause of it. Like Amy Brown, Pickles, Farris, all these people, they are the cause of it. Because they thief so much that they don't have a place to put the money out. You know? They should bring back part of the money they thief. You know?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because we see that Balizé House is now at a standstill. It has been overgrown by nature. Like some of the schools that we have visited, that they left alone between 2015 and the 28th of April. We are seeing that happening now, and we had predicted that. But of course, you know, it could be divine intervention to show that never again the PNM won. And of course, the people must not see office to line their pockets and to pursue their own personal agenda unmeritoriously.
Yeah, but Lennox, the next one is that Rowley keep on resurrecting himself all the time. He don't realize that he's the prime minister. He's out of government. He's living a private life. Why get yourself involved in the government business?
Persona non grata in his own country.
You know, but he is so jealous He's so hasty. He's so nasty with himself that he's trying to get himself to instigate. He instigating these people to go against the government. You see?
But don't you think by now they would see that there's nothing special about Rowley? He is, of course, at the end of the day, a simple, ordinary, opportunistic, political parasite that has done disaster to Trinidad and Tobago, pretending that he was not. And of course, everybody knows now who he really is, and yet still they will follow that lesson. I mean, is it that the PNM now will be facing total disaster and extinction?
But you see, I'll tell you something. These people, like Penny, she didn't realize that Rowley's trying to pull them. You know, Rowley's giving them advice and bad advice. You know? And she's following those advice from Rowley, and she's going to destroy herself.
Yeah.
You know, and destroy the entire PNM.
And the PNM with her. And the PNM with her, of course.
And PNM wouldn't see power, or wouldn't see the corridors of power for the next 20 or 25 years.
Yeah, it will be a very, 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 very long time. And don't forget when you're addressing
Why Rowley already himself? His days is numbered. All the wicked things he do, it's going to fall. It's going to fall back on them.
No doubt.
All
We
the
have
wicked
seen
things he
the
do.
rotting of Balize House as a beginning of that.
And Rowley realized that his days are numbered, and it is coming. You know?
And don't forget, Mr. Ramnarayan, when you're talking to our Canadian, Trinidadian, Tobagonians out there, let them know addressers Wick Belly Penny. That will make sure that she never rise and the PNM never rise again.
Yeah, and she demote. She going to 1 cent. You know?
Well, all right, Mr. Ramnarayan, your closing comments.
Yeah, Penny again.
Your closing comments to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Ramnarayan.
A cent again.
Well, you know, you have to hold the fort and side with the government, and good things will come your way. Side with the government, and good things will come your way. Anyhow, Andy, I'll talk to you one of these days again.
All right, no problem. And we're glad to hear you, and we hope that you get well soon and everything go good for you. He is a good man. He is the first Canadian caller out there. You is the one that have been online from Canada first and foremost. When you come to Canada, is Mr. Ramnarayan.
Thank you, Andy.
Yes. Oh boy. Well, Trinidad, well, all I know is Spargos for Lennox going and do broken foot kind of stupid dance kind of. I just dance better than he all here. Yeah, but all he go music all them more. Well, let's see he
You
all
could
them.
only tell yourself that, but you wouldn't tell Mrs. Warner that.
Hey. Who is just trying to get in here?
I'm sure Mrs. Warner will have a different view, opposite view to what you said. But self-praise, they say, is only nestled in the mind of the orator or the person who says so. But of course, you have to have objective analysis.
Hold on, caller.
I have one in Mrs. Warner.
Go ahead, caller. We take it quick.
Morning, Andy and Lennox.
Morning.
Andy, I want you to look at an interview with a Tobagonian girl interview Gary Griffith yesterday. Please take a look at that. The girl was so simple and direct, boy. I never see how you just call him, a journalist or interviewer like that girl yet. And Gary was just on point. Please.
Where you said it when? Where you said it to me?
No, I sent it on to you, but listen to me. It was a Tobagonian journalist interview Gary Griffith. Take a little look at it and let them journalists from Trinidad take some pattern from that girl, boy.
Well, boy, you gotta send that to me, because I wouldn't know where to go and look for that.
Go on YouTube.
Oh God, and why go and put in to find that? That's it, you gotta send it to me. That's the only way we'll be able to get that, boy.
All right.
Let somebody in Tobago find it Let one of your family them get back for you, whoever send it to you, and you go just send it to me on.
It was just yesterday. It was just yesterday, and boy, Gary was on point and all, boy.
What was that, Andy? I didn't hear him clearly.
No, you see, a Tobagonian journalist interviewed Gary Griffith and was on par. She never hear a journalist ask questions like how that journalist asks the questions. Right? All right. Let me take a next call real quick. Morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Barack Paul here.
Go ahead, Barack Paul.
And no people calling and complaining about Penny and the PNM and thing. Let me tell you something. I don't want nothing change with this PNM government, right? The opposition. You see, all of them, leave them right there. Don't give them no ideas. Don't let them encourage them to change their leadership. Nothing. Because let me tell you something. If an election call in the morning, they might remain with 3 seats left. That is where Anderson and them fellas them just live. Because no matter what happens, that wouldn't change. So don't encourage nothing. Leave Penny and them, let it continue doing. Because let me tell you something. Most of their own supporters realizing the failure that whole entity is about. PNM, Stuart Young, Rowley, all kind of thing. Let Penny go and meet Maduro. Let go and meet she meet Delcy, let Stuart Young let her hold all kind of conference. Because let me tell you something. The right thinking citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, not taking them on enough. It's just noise and well, obviously we know the media is biased because of the power that entity holds, and they use the PNM as usual to make sure that how they remain in control. They can't understand that. And the bottom line of this whole scenario where Trinidad and Tobago is 2 things: power and racism. Power of our entity, a little portion of the population who have control of the finances of Trinidad and Tobago, and in order to remain in control, they have to get a system where they can divide the population and keep support to have them in power. And they use Eric William, that big dunce from inception, to divide the population into this racist agenda so that the supporters of the PNM will continue to keep this little portion of the population in power, in control. Although they would be calling the shots behind the door, their supporters would feel, hey, we have this great African leader coming to save us and take us out of this bondage and slavery and thing where we are in. But for the 64 years we became independent and PNM had the control of this country, you have to ask yourself, if that ever happened, if the African people in Trinidad and Tobago was ever freed and become empowered, and anytime you see they don't continue with this narrative of keeping dividing the population and keeping pushing this racism, the African people would wake up and understand how deceived they were. It come like Eric William and the PNM and no difference than Jim Jones, what he do to the people in Guyana. So this whole agenda of PNM agenda is shame, because they cannot let the population be aware and become self-alert that here what these people who we thought was the ones to alleviate us and give us an opportunity to become powerful and earn things and be respected in society. They are the same one who kept their knees on our backs for so long in oppressing us. And when you compare the opportunities the African population had compared to the East Indian population and where they rose from and where they are today to where the African people are. Look at the jails, look at the fights that are taking place in the school, look at all the single mothers, look at all who rented, look at all who depended on CPAP, work and thing. All I shame on the PNM to show that there's a big failure, and it's about time our African brothers and sisters in this country wake up and realize Jim Jones in disguise of the PNM is taking them again down to a path of no return. Have a good morning, enjoy the weekend, and remember, the PNM zombie them outside tonight. It's Halloween. Later, man. Take care.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
like that. Yeah, but we do
Short and sweet.
We do celebrate it. We do celebrate Halloween.
Yes, this is Orlando here.
Orlando number 2,
Andy?
short and sweet. Yeah, just now they. Go ahead, quick.
Yeah,
William,
short
let 'em
and
go.
sweet, man.
Yeah.
I wish you all a happy Halloween. Mr. Rowley we want to put him as the king of Halloween tonight because I think he do the job what everybody's supposed to do. He bring out all the devils this time of the year. And I want to tell you something.
So
right?
what's Halloween?
We're not against
Halloween is when? Tonight?
tonight, Halloween, yeah.
Halloween.
And he's the king of all. Yeah, and Penny going to be his companion to show how to direct the woman to death.
Okay.
And but he direct men to death already. The whole trouble is, I hear the guy talking about Jim Jones. Jim Jones only do it for 1 year, poison so many people. We've been doing this for 40-something years, destroying people's mind. It's worse than drinking poison because it destroys the people. They don't know what is good and what is bad. We need to, like you guys, Dr. Lennox, well, I put in your Dr. Andy and Dr. Mickie. The rest of us talk things, but not with direction. But you all could direct the people out of this bondage and the poison of brain. They're poisoning this belly or the system, they're poisoning their brain. And this is what we need, like you guys, to project that every day. And I will see that things come in that direction because people not understanding what is good from bad. And the Halloween thing, you'll see how many people playing Halloween tonight. Just take a look. And the good thing, nobody plays it. You know why? It's hard to learn the good. And, and it's better to learn the bad. So everything is telling you people in Trinidad and Tobago, we need more like you guys. Mr. Lennox, I watch Mr. Lennox say, what he doing there? Mr. Lennox if I could have coming back home for a little time, and I will talk to the guy named Dr. Dowler, the Minister of Education. He called something about MILAC. What I always hear Dr. Lennox talking about. He gave it a speech one day in Parliament. If Lennox could have pulled up that speech and he include what Mr. Lennox is do, MILAC is something like with MILAC. He introduced that in the system. So I think Lennox have a plus. He could get on to him and talk to him.
All right. Thank you very much. Oh, boy. Olia, that's it. We have to look to go. We get all those calls out the way. Everybody got their opportunity. Besides, we're triple A, G1 now. KFC. Where KFC one now? Let me just say what KFC have to say there quick too. It's Friday. They ain't go see we here. We till Monday. So let me get them the chance here quick. Quick. Yeah, quick. Where you want, boy? Where you want? Let me hear.
Hey, see, Andy, we love Lennox Smith. I never say we can bless we can. I tell you, evil and wicked politicians. Nasty faith Donald Cox. When I showed the Minister of Social Development, and Mickie on the stairs, I know coach the shares, and she full. I say, remember me? You wicked piano, she have she fool me. Then say quick now about Andy, boy. The one politician is the dunya and say when out of office. Bless.
I hear you. So true, my friend. I think that is a good note to leave this week and look forward to Monday, the new week, when, of course, the ground report will be here.
Oh, boy. Nice. That's it. Just one more that get leave out in this year was Carnage. Just brother Carnage and Jennifer. Oh boy. Lady
well,
now.
don't be surprised if on Monday morning early Carnage called and said that you had deliberately left him out last
Right
Friday.
now we're calling him back.
Very sensitive people, they want the information get out there. And you can't blame them. But at the same time, we have a limited period that we can, of course, be on air. And therefore, they have to understand that as well. But that doesn't take away the fact that he will, of course, express his concern. I'm not being pleaded.
Well, right. So I will call them back and get through. Most of the people that I miss their calls, I call them back. But today is Friday. Well, right. So I ain't getting through. So Trinidad and Tobago, on behalf of Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team, Lennox Smith, Michael Kerr, Mickie K, which you all will be hearing and seeing soon again. I'm Andy Williams, better known as the Pitbull of radio. Telling you, same time, same place, Monday morning, please God, we are out of here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Bang, 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 bang. The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. Bang, 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 bang.